So if y'all have been following on my channel, I have made 2 previous videos on Logan Paul and his fake service dog registration, and everything his pet dog does wrong, even though he is saying it is a service dog. So again, today I bring to you, you guessed it, another video on what he is doing. So we'll start off, make sure this is turned up a little bit.
Yeah. Kong is a weird dog. Like what dog likes this? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Well, no, Kong is registered actually as a service dog.
I don't know how he got that, because I don't really have like many problems besides the fact that my ego is too big, I'm colorblind, I have flat feet, my vision's horrible, I suck at geography, and I'm just an overall trash! It's good, because we can take him on planes.
It's official.
Us a service dog. Dog's name? Kong the Savage. Yo, just remembered, Ayla put Kong the Savage. Guys, it's not Kong the Savage, Kong the Savage. Ayla, you just...
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to the next portion. So what did y'all see there? You see him saying that Kong is a registered service dog. Logan has no disabilities that require a service dog. He has no disabilities that require a service dog. Okay? Then registration papers. Okay, so that's not a thing. I'll get into that in a minute. So again, you heard his dog is registered. That's not a thing. He has no disabilities that require a service dog or that legally allow him to have a service dog. Okay? So let's continue.
It's hard! Look, my dick!
Beat his ass, Kong. Get him, Kong. I'm sorry, yo, he ain't scared of you, Kong. He's a service dog. I'm sorry, he's servicing. Kong is not a good service dog. You're an animal, Kong. You're supposed to be servicing me, not fighting me. Yeah,
okay, so let me see if I can go back. Okay, so here he is chewing on his leash. What is he doing here? Kong is pulling at the end of his leash at a kid. Look at the parents' faces. The parents of this child, look at their faces. They are in no way amused. They are not amused. Do you see the looks on this child right here? The looks on his parents' faces. They are not amused. Okay? Watch this one more time.
Fast, Kong. Get him, Kong. I'm sorry.
So let me see if I can get it to freeze frame. Okay. Kong is jumping and lunging at this boy. He is not a big dog, so a lot of people are going to say, oh, he's not lunging because a small dog versus a big dog lunging, it looks a lot different. But if you look at this, Kong's feet are coming off of the floor. He is jumping and lunging at the end of his leash, barking at this child. Why did I do that? I did not mean to do that. So he's jumping at the end of his leash and lunging and barking at this child. Also, Kong has a vest on that says service dog. He has a vest that says he's a service dog. Okay, we'll get back to that in a minute as well. So let's continue.
Cool. Kong pass. Come here, Kong dog. Hi, puppy. How you doing down there? Being a savage, I like that about you. Why I named him Kong.
His service dog is in a bag. That seems, yeah, your service dog is going to be able to help you a lot there. You know, being in a bag, that it's really going to be able to do so much for you when it's in a bag.
So y'all know they're not good at sitting down for 4 hours. Cooped up like a...
Oh, I missed it. Hang on, let me go back here. Will it? Nope, I went back too far. Yeah, I can't get it. I can't get it. There we go. Okay. So look here. His service dog is still in a bag with someone else. His service dog is not even with him, the owner, the supposed handler, the person who would need the service dog. His service dog is not even with him. It is with this other girl. So let me bring you to the ada.gov website. And let me break this down a little for you. Service animals are defined as dogs that are individually trained to do work or perform tasks for people with disabilities. The work or task a dog has been trained to provide must be directly related to the person's disability. Dogs whose sole function is to provide comfort or emotional support do not qualify as service animals under the ADA. Service animals must be under control. Under the ADA, service animals must be harnessed, leashed, or tethered unless those devices interfere with the service animal's work or the individual's disability prevents using these devices. Okay, so, here we go. Service animals must be under control. That dog is very obviously not under control. So here, a person with a disability cannot be asked to remove his service animal from the premises unless 1, the dog is out of control and the handler does not take effective action to control it. 2, the dog is not housebroken, which if you go back to my other video, you can see where Kong was pooping all over the airport. Literally all over the airport. Okay. I'm going to pause for a minute so I can get to the other site. I can't do it. Here we go. Okay, we're back. So, again, I want you to notice what website I'm on, ada.gov. Certification and registration. There are individuals and organizations that sell service animal certification or registration documents online. These documents do not convey any rights under the ADA, and the Department of Justice does not recognize them as proof that the dog is a service animal. Let's continue. Here we go. What does under control mean? Do service animals have to be on leash? Do they have to be quiet and not bark? The ADA requires that service animals be under the control of the handler at all times. In most instances, the handler will be the individual with the disability or a third party who accompanies the individual with the disability. In the school context and in similar settings, the school or similar entity may need to provide some assistance to enable a particular student to handle his or her service animal. Okay. Service animal must be harnessed, leashed, or tethered while in public places unless these devices interfere with the service animal's work or the person's disability prevents use of these devices. Like if the person has seizures, you can't have a leash on. You can't be holding a leash if you have seizures because it can caught around you, it can choke you, it can hurt your dog, etc. In that case, person must use voice, signal, or other effective means to maintain control of the animal. Where is it? Here we go. Under control also means that a service animal should not be allowed to bark repeatedly. Well, it says here in a lecture hall, theater, library, or other quiet place, but it's in general. A service dog should not bark at all. It should not be disruptive. However, if the dog barks just once or barks because someone has provoked it, this would not mean that the dog is out of control. But as y'all saw, Kong was repetitively barking and lunging at a child. He was being aggressive towards the kids, which service dogs are not allowed to be aggressive. If service animal is out of control and the handler does not take effective action to control it, staff may request that the animal be removed from the premises. Okay. So I was trying to find something. California laws. It is 6 a.m. I have not slept yet. I have not went to sleep. So I've done a crappy job at finding this, but this is off of servicedogscentral.org. Here they go. So California law, I think they require the dog to, let's see. Yeah, under California law, assistant dog identification tags are available for service animals and service animals in training if the animal is being trained by the individual with a disability or licensed trainer through county animal control department. Again, it's not something you have to do, but it does have to meet all the service dog requirements. Okay, so let me see. When applying for an assistant dog identification tag, you must sign a declaration that states you understand that it is a crime to misrepresent yourself as the owner or trainer of a trained service animal. In California, to falsely identify or pretend your dog is a service animal is punishable by let me do this, by 6 months in jail or a fine of up to $1,000 or both. It is a violation of Penal Code Section 365.7. Let me see if I can type that in. Ah, here it is, guys, so y'all can see it with me. California Penal Code Section 365.7. Any person who knowingly and fraudulently represents himself or herself through verbal or written notice to the owner or trainer of any canine licensed as to be qualified as or identified as a guide, signal, or service dog as defined in subdivisions. Here we go. Shall be guilty of a misdemeanor punishable by imprisonment in the county jail not exceeding 6 months, by a fine not exceeding $1,000, or by both that fine and imprisonment. As used in this section, owner means any person who owns or is the authorized owner to use the animal. So, guys, here it is, California state law. Logan Paul should be in jail for 6 months and or fined $1,000, and considering how much hard evidence there is of what he is doing, who knows, maybe he'd get both. Not that money's an issue with him, obviously, but maybe spending 6 months in jail, 6 months in jail, maybe that would do some good for him. Who knows? Let's see what else they have over here on the California laws. I didn't scroll through all of it. Service dogs must be under control. We went over that. Housing, mail. Ooh, what did they say about that? Let's see. All right. So here it's going into the different types of service dogs. So what Kong is an emotional support animal. So, or emotional support dog. So that is what Kong would be, but to be an ESA, an emotional support animal, you have to have a doctor's note stating that you need one, which obviously Logan does not have. So it's very illegal to fake a service dog, and he's doing it, calling it a service dog, putting a bad name out to real service dogs. Let me just... Logan Paul is saying that his dog is a service dog. He's bringing it out places. He's labeling it as a service dog, and people are looking at this animal thinking, "Oh my God, that's a service dog. That's how service dogs are. That's how a service dog acts. That's what a service dog does." Let me kind of show you what a service dog does. Ooh, that's loud. I don't need that. I can need that. So let me show you how a service dog in training acts. Okay? So I'm not walking. I'm on an electric scooter because of my back from the car wreck. This is how a service animal acts. Do you see this? This is how a service animal is supposed to act. He's not even a full service dog. He's a service dog in training, and this is how my service dog in training acts. He's not barking. He is not pulling. He's not lunging at people walking by. He's staying with me. We're moving back. He's staying with me. I'm on an electric scooter. I'm not even walking. He's paying attention to me and not everyone else. He's keeping a very good focus on me. Let's find a video of me walking. La 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 la. Here, this one will work. Hey! I'm alright, how are you?
Alright. Hey,
No, I don't think that was
to the system to see about setting up a thing. Okay, I'm gonna punch it in and see.
Here we go. This will work. This is a good one. Off-leash healing.
Yes. Come.
This is how a service dog should act, or a service dog in training. He is a service dog in training.
Very good.
This was his very first off-leash hill. I was using an e-collar, not
it.
shocking. It's not a shock collar, an e-collar. It uses vibration. It just helps you communicate with your dog a little more.
Very
and
good.
Since we're still training, it just helps him learn, stay with me and not wander off. And if something happens and he gets distracted, I don't have a leash there to tap to refocus him. So using an e-collar, it's on a very low setting, and it just applies a slight vibration. And I've trained him that the vibration means to focus on me. So let's
And sit down.
Here. Do I continue walking or what? Or do I just stand there? I don't remember what I do.
Sulfadine hotspot.
Okay, apparently I'm standing there. But this service dogs are supposed to behave.
Very
supposed to
good,
listen.
yes.
He's
Good
listening.
job.
He's a service dog in training. He's listening. He's not running around. He's not with someone else. He's not off doing all of these different things and just being a nuisance or being disruptive in any way. He is listening like he is supposed to. And it's highly aggravating and very annoying when I see what Logan is doing, when I see that he is telling his millions of subscribers that, hey, this is a service dog and I registered him and it's okay that I'm doing this. It's illegal, but it's okay that I'm doing this. And it's very, very aggravating that he's okay with this, that he is okay with doing something that is very legal in his state, because California is one of the states that they are breaking down on it even more than the rest of the place or other places. But it's illegal. It's ridiculous. His dog is lunging at and barking at a child. His dog is, I mean, he does not even have a disability. Let's pretend that Logan did have a disability that, you know, he could benefit from a service dog. Let's say Logan is diabetic and Logan could benefit from a service dog. That's all fine. That's completely okay. Kong is not a service dog. And even if Logan was diabetic and could benefit from a service dog, that does not make Kong a service dog. Just because you have a disability that could benefit or require a service dog does not make any dog you have a service dog. What makes a service dog? A service dog, do I still have this pulled up? Let me go back here really fast if I can get my thing to work again. Let me close those a little smaller. Let me go back just so that you see exactly. I can't get this thing to go open up. I'm just moving my screen around now. I'm not even doing anything. I need this to get to bigger. And I'm having so many technical difficulties. Lordy. Okay, we're going to make that super small and drag that down. Make, why? Why is it not? Y'all aren't going to be able to see anything because it's not wanting to expand. Why aren't you expanding? Ah, there we go. Okay, that was ridiculous. Okay, so a service animal is defined as a dog that has been individually trained to do work or perform tasks for an individual with a disability. The tasks performed by the dog must be directly related to the person's disability. So even if he had a disability that required a service dog, Kong is not trained for it, nor is he in training for it. The dog is not even trained in basic obedience. He is not even house trained. Kong could never be a service dog because he is being aggressive towards children and lunging at them, etc., etc. So I'm really hoping I don't have to continue making these videos to spread awareness because quite frankly, I'm getting tired of it. But that's the point of my channel. It's to educate. It's to explain, you know, what you can and what you can't do, what you should and what you shouldn't do, especially when it comes to service dog laws and service dogs themselves. The only reason I'm making these videos is to spread awareness and hoping that Logan is going to see these videos and that he's going to realize what he's doing is illegal and that it's wrong, because it can hurt us. It hurts other service dog teams. It puts a bad name on service dogs, and if he has that dog somewhere and he decides he wants to bring it out to a restaurant or something because he's gotten away with it at the airlines and he wants to start bringing it in public, that can all affect actual service dog teams that are in public, because it is also illegal to interfere or distract a service dog. And if Logan was to bring Kong into a public setting, like a restaurant or a store, and there was a service dog team there and Kong started barking and in any way distracted that service dog, he could go to jail for it. So actually it gets a lot worse when a service dog is distracted and misses an alert for its handler. The fines and the jail time, things like that, gets a lot worse. So anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.